All right, so you guys have already seen this bookshelf. This is all of my signed books, so I'm not going to show you that bookshelf, but we're going to be doing everything else. So I will link that bookshelf tour down in the description box, because all 4 shelves are signed books, so I keep my signed books separate from those. So it's going to be fun. We're going to show not every single book, but I'll show you favorites, and I'll take you along on my classics, Christian fiction, and mainstream fiction is all on my other cart. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have some fun. All right, so this shelf up here, I love these, by the way. These bookends are like the cutest things ever. They're probably one of my absolute favorite things that I have on my bookshelves. I love these. Probably need a little cleaning, but they're cute. All right, so I have my entire collection of The Princess Bride on here. There are some that mean something to me, and there's other ones that I just got because I want to own every single cover that ever was. So these 3 are just like When Stars Are Scattered is one of my favorite books, which actually should be with my other one. Where's my other book? No, I lost my other middle grade favorite book. Maybe it's on my cart or something. Oh no, it's on the other side. Never mind. And then these 2 are just kind of like, they're kind of don't have a space right now. Like Life in the Sloth Lane. That explains my life. Look how cute. Oh, it's just so cute. And I love sloths, so I had to get that one. But anyway, so love these books. This one was my very first kind of like special edition kind of. This one's like a fairly rare one, which I'm really happy that I found for a good price. Let's see. This one was from a very dear friend of mine. I met her online. She's a Christian friend of mine. And then, let's see. I got this one from my dad. I got this one from my mom. Same type of cover, but different sizes. And then I got this one. This is another like really rare one. I'll show you. Might as well show you this one. At least this one's really fun. I love the cover. Look how pretty that is. It looks like a Shakespeare cover, but it's The Princess Bride. And I just find that so fascinating. So like I had to grab it when I saw it. I was like, yep, I'm grabbing it. So that's my collection. All right, let's go on to my classic shelf. All right, so there are a bunch of leafy things in the way. But top shelf is my Tinkerbell plus my Mandy collection, which is a collection of 5 books. Yeah. My father gave me that when I was very young, and it's one of my favorite series. I don't have the entire series. I would love to have that someday, but I will never get rid of that. Also, the shelf is dusty. I'm going to have to dust that. Should have done that before the video. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so the next shelf down is my entire collection of, well, not entire collection. I think I'm missing one more in this set, but these are middle grade classics that are in the Puffin and Bloom edition, and these are gorgeous. I love these. I haven't even read any of them. I think I've read Anne of Green Gables maybe growing up, but these are just gorgeous. So I have all 3 of those. Might as well show you all of them. Why not? So that's Anne of Green Gables. And then this giant one, Little Woman, which started my collection off because I won this in a giveaway. And so I was like, yep, that book's heavy. We are officially collecting all of the middle grade Puff and Bloom collection. So I have all 3 of these, which I think are beautiful, and maybe someday I will actually have a better spot to put them rather than there, but that's okay. All right, so that section. Next up is, let's just go ahead and move the greenery out of the way. There we go, kind of. We still have the battery pack over there. But here is my Anne of Green Gables collection. I love these covers. I ended up finding them in a box set on Facebook Marketplace. She only wanted like $10, I think, something like that. And I was like, I'll take them. Like, they're in perfect condition. I don't think they've ever been read. And then I have my classic edition of Pippi Longstocking, which is one of my favorite middle grade classics ever. And then I have this copy of Phantom of the Opera, which I finally read. I buddy read with my friend last year. We finally read it. She didn't really like it. I actually kind of did. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. It might be closer to 4, because I don't know. There's just, it was my favorite play, favorite music growing up, and I love it. So it's also kind of getting crushed behind these books. So, but don't know if I can put that back right now. Oh no. There we go. There. Struggling a little bit. Okay, so the top 2 books are, I have a copy of A Little Princess in this beautiful edition I found at a thrift store. Love that. Then actually, yeah, at a thrift store, I think. And then The Master of Belantre by Robert Louis Stevenson. Never read it, but I've been wanting to read more of his books. I think I've only read 1. Don't quote me, but I think I have at least read 1. All right, let's go on to the next shelf down. Forgive the wire there. So the next shelf is kind of my big book collections. I have Jane Eyre up there, the purple book. And then I have my collections. I have my complete poems of Emily Dickinson, which I have not read yet. I have read my poems of Emily Dickinson. My mom still thinks that's her book. Now, I won that at like, I think a baby shower or something, or maybe a bridal shower. But I know I won that one. I remember that. And then Grimm's Fairy Tale Collection, which is the complete collection. So I'm so happy that it took forever for me to find a copy that I actually kind of like. I mean, it's not a favorite edition by any means, but I got a great deal on it. So used a gift card. It's absolutely beautiful. All right. Can I ever put anything back where it belongs? Come on. They're just so big. Here we go. All right. And then I have Tale of the Arabian Nights. Still haven't read. Jane Austen. Read 1 of those. That's about it. All right. And then the very last shelf down here. Forgive the mess. But I have Scaramouche by Raphael Sabatini. Still need to read. I'm actually buddy reading that with my friend next month. I have Hans Christian Andersen Fairy Tales. These are kind of like the Barnes & Noble editions. So I have Hans Christian Andersen. I have Jules Verne, which I think is all his novels. I think. The Complete Tales of Edgar Allan Poe, which I got for free because, again, Facebook Marketplace, she wanted like $5 or $10. Found out it was my birthday one year, and then she just gave it to me. And then I have Moby Dick. Alright, so up here are a couple more of my absolute favorites. I have a little Mickey and Minnie airplane. Of course, Horton. He's like my favorite Dr. Seuss character. Oops. I think his head is backwards. There we go. Come on, turn around. There. That was better. You're not an owl. You're an elephant. Okay, and then I have this Tinkerbell, which her name's Tink. So she has a K. So that's my name, Katie. I just, imagine that it's actually after my name. And it has a little Tinkerbell box. Lunar Chronicles. Love them all except for the last novella. Was not a fan, but everything else was good. Steve and Me by Terry Irwin. One of my absolute favorite books of all time. I love this book so much. If you were ever a fan of Croc Files and Steve and Terry, you need to read that book. And then this book was a elementary level age graphic novel. It's one of my favorites. I love it so much. So it goes on top of here because it's a favorite. And trying hard not to crush my airplane. Okay. All right, on to the next shelf. So this starts my Christian fiction shelf, which I think I could fit another book on this shelf, but I didn't. Oh, wait. Anyways, look, this is my new cat light. The cat and the leaves are new. If you turn them on, he's a little light that changes color. Isn't he cute? I don't know if you can see him in the light very well, but he does change colors. Oh, there we go. Now you can see him. But if you tap him, kind of, I don't think I tapped him hard enough. He stays the color that you want him at, but we'll just move him over there. All right, so we have Tessa Afshar. Got a couple of her books. Lynn Austen, Authentically Izzy. Loved this book so much. Paperbacks. Love that girl. Love chatting with her on Instagram. She's amazing. New author friend. All right. Misty M. Beller. Still need to read book 2 and 3 in that series. Mountain Laurel and Shiloh. Covers are gorgeous. Still have not read them. I pre-ordered this one thinking, hey, I have a feeling I'm going to love it. Still haven't read it. Hey, it's blurbed by Jocelyn Green, another author friend. All right. If I Run by Terry Blackstock. Still need to read that series. Excuse me, kitty. There's Bambi. I like to put just random stuff on my bookshelf, apparently. All right. Kate Braslin, Amanda Cabot. I got this one as a freebie during Fiction Readers Summit. That was fun. Ringmaster's Wife. I've owned this one for a while. Still haven't read it. Probably not too long. Maybe like 2 years or something. A couple books by Heidi Chiavaroli. I think I've read this one. Have not read the other one. Tea Chest. 9 by Rachel Decker or Rachel Decker. I never know how to pronounce her name. Let me know if anybody knows her and can pronounce that for me. Melanie Dickerson. I only own this one plus her new series, so I need more. I need to own them all. I don't know why I only own this one and her newest series, but I need to catch up in that. Let's see. I own 3 books of Melanie Dobson's. Still have not tried one, but I've heard amazing things, so we shall see. Kimberly Duffy. I have 2 books by her. I can actually put away the other book by her. So I have The Weight of Air, and there's room on this bookshelf, so I can stick this one in and put that actually on the bookshelf. Maybe. Oops, sorry about the camera angle. That was bad. Anyways, so that's the first bookshelf. You can move back there. Now I can sit down, and you can see the second shelf. Oops, I'm hitting extra stuff that I took off my bookshelf. All right, so we're getting a little cluttered here because I am running out of space. A lot. Okay, so anyways, this is a book that I DNF'd, but it was a soft DNF, so I've heard amazing things about Amanda Dykes. I read one book by her, and it was okay, and then I ended up DNFing this one because it was very slow-paced, and the writing is very lyrical, so I want to try it again, just not at this point. All right, let's see, a couple of fantasies by Sarah Ella. Still need book 1 or book 2, because those are out of order, apparently. Excuse me, Winnie the Pooh. All right, this, I've never heard of this author before, but I got this one, I want to say I got this one at like a free little library or something. I can't remember, but it's called Desired. It is David C. Cook. I think that's a Christian company. So I have not read it. It's an untold story of Samson and Delilah. So I don't know. We'll see if we like it or not. You never know. All right. Come on. Go back where you belong. There we go. All right. So I got Kathy Gokul, which I didn't realize I had one of her books. I have her new book coming too, I think. Things We Didn't Say by Amy Lynn Green. Still have not read this one, but I do plan on reading it at some point because I read her newest one from last year and loved it. So I have to read more by her. Let's see. I don't own very many romantic suspense. I don't know why, because it is one of my favorite genres, but I don't own very many. Let's go over here since we have this big stack. I have this Carolina Coast series by T.I. Lowe in this cute little compact. This is like perfect for vacation. It's so small and it does open up pretty well, especially for such a small book. Like, it's not super hard to open. So, and it has sea glass in the title. Oops, sorry. Sea glass in the title. So I needed to have this series. So I have those. I have the Dreamkeeper Saga, books 1 and 2, which is a Christian fantasy middle grade series. I have book 3, but it's downstairs waiting for me to read. I have 5 Jamie Jo Wright books, but I have the rest of her collection on my other bookshelf that you already saw in the other video. These are ones that I don't have signed by her, and so they're on the shelf, but I'm hoping to one day, if I get to meet her again, move these over to the other shelf because she's a sweet lady. I love her. All right, let's move these this way. So you kind of saw the Royal series back there. Sorry, I didn't show them off or anything. But then I've got this one by the author that he kindly sent to me. It's different. The Eye of the Storm by James R. Hughes. It's a dinosaur Christian allegory book. It's very different, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I liked it. Then I have a couple books by Angela Hunt. I have book 2 in Jerusalem Jerusalem Road, and I have book 1 on my other shelf. So I need, or book 4? Maybe it's book 4, because I still need 1 and 3, I think. All right. So a couple by Kelly Irvin and Angela Jackson Brown. So I'm not showing you every single book, but I've already filmed 2 videos today, so I'm kind of getting a little tired right now. But I'm trying. Because I know you guys wanted to see this video, so I'll just share. These are actually supposed to be up here, so I'm actually going to move them up. So I have Wish Dress, which is one of my favorite books. Yeah. It's the first time I ever tabbed a book. I think I tabbed too much, but it was fun. And then I have Dust and Shadow by Kara Swanson, which are YA Peter Pan retellings, which I love those so much. All right, that's actually going to go up here. The Long March Home by Marcus Brotherton and Tosca Lee. I'm actually going to put up there. Okay, so this kind of got a little bit moved around a little bit, but I still think I'm going to leave Pooh right there. So that looks okay. All right, on to the last 2 shelves on here. All right, so this shelf is, again, a little chaotic because I needed to move stuff around, but, you know, stuff had to be moved around and stuff. So I'm reading this book this month, Everywhere to Hide by Siri Mitchell, and I've been dying to read it, and I need to read it. So I'm actually going to put that up the top there. I might actually just move those up top. So these are a couple books that I finished recently. So we have Rachel Houck's The Best Summer of Our Lives, In the Shadow of the River by Anne H. Gabbard, and With Every Memory by Janine Rush. So I'm actually going to put those up there for now. So I'll put them on the top shelf. 2 of the best books ever, In This Moment and When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Mayer. I love those to pieces. They are 2 of my absolute favorite books of all time. I love them so much. So yeah, so I'm going to move those for a second. Put them up at the top there. And then I have my Francine River collection, which I don't own very many. I'm still trying to figure out if she's an author for me. I'm really enjoying the Mark of the Lion series, but I didn't really enjoy Redeeming Love. I know. Don't yell at me in the comments. I mean, you can. Just do it nicely. But I got a couple more of hers. I think I have read one of her Lineage of Grace books. This is like a collection of like 3 or 4 books. And I think I remember reading one of these 2 in high school, and I really enjoyed them. So I got that collection to try again. So I think it's just that one book that I just didn't jive with, I guess. I have All That Is Secret by Patricia Raybon. I still need is this book 1 or book 2? I can't remember. That I have there. I thought I had the other one for some reason. And then I have this book, which is one of my absolute favorite books, State of Lies by Siri Mitchell. If you want an edge-of-your-seat thriller, you need to grab that one. It's amazing. It does have some political talk in it, but, like, honestly, not that much. And I loved it so much. Oh, so good. And then we got, let's see, I won this one in a giveaway. Oh, no, I didn't. I bought that one. I won the other one in a giveaway. But I have Deadfall by Nancy Mell. Still need book 3, I think, or book 2. This was a gift from a friend. What We Found in Hallelujah by Vanessa Miller. Got that for Christmas. That was nice. In a Far Off Land by Stephanie Lanzam, another favorite. It's really good. And then I'm reading Codename Edelweiss, hopefully this month, because it's really good. But yeah, so that's kind of the rest of the books there. All right, now the bottom shelf is going to be the hardest because I cannot go down there. So yeah, we're going to try and attempt. So I'm going to move the leaves out of the way. Okay, so here's the bottom shelf, way down here. So I have a couple by Michelle Shockley. I have all 4 of Carrie Stewart Park's standalone books. I don't have her series. A couple by Sarah Sundin, who I absolutely adore. I love her books. A couple by Tom Threadgill. I don't own all of his books, but I own 2. Becky Wade, I have to read those. Yesterday's Tide by Rosanna M. White, Princess by Lori Wick, and a couple of Liz Whale books. I love her too. She's amazing. And then I have 2 more up here that are kind of just hanging out because I had no space for them right now. So I'm sorry I didn't kind of go through every book, but went through most of them. Okay, on to the bookshelf cart. All right, so here is my bookshelf cart. It kind of has a mixture of middle grade and stuff. I do have books behind my books on the bottom shelf of my bookshelf, which I forgot to show, but I'm just too tired to move those books right now. I'm so sorry. But it's mostly middle grade and a few Christian fiction, but the majority of my middle grade is on this cart. So we have my entire collection, which is not complete yet, but most of why is my brain blanking? Gail Carson Levine's books, or Levine. Again, another name that I never learned how to pronounce, but I love her fairy tale retellings, and really honestly, like, she makes up her own fairy tales. They're not retellings. They're her own fairy tales, so I love them so much. Okay, so a couple of YA books that I own, other than Yellow Wife, which is adult historical fiction, which I was excited to read and I haven't read yet, but yeah, so I don't know. These are just kind of like books like I'm kind of on the edge of getting rid of, not my middle grade books, so I just didn't have space to put them right now. But everything else that's like kind of YA and adult, I'm really unsure that I want to keep or not, so kind of hesitant and kind of thinking, I don't know. But yeah, so second shelf is kind of, again, same thing, a few historical fiction, book of the month, yeah, a few. I am really interested to read The Zookeeper's Wife by Diane Ackerman. I love the movie. The movie's so good, so I'm kind of hoping that the book is just as good. So I have the movie edition because I actually like that better than the original cover. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. So yeah, a couple of book of the month that I either got for free or in like swaps and stuff. So I should actually put my book of the month together in one spot. Didn't think that through completely. And then the bottom shelf is some more YA and a couple of book of the month. So yeah, I did read these two by Jodi Picoult, Off the Page and the sequel, which I did really enjoy both of those, or the other way around or something. It's by her and her daughter, and I really enjoyed both of those. So I have both of those books. Should reread them because I really have no idea what they're about anymore. All right, let's turn the cart around. Probably won't be able to see much on this side because my cart is not that big, so I couldn't put two rows of books on here. So I have middle grade on the top. I've got some wintry style ones. The Very, Very Far North and Just Beyond the Very, Very Far North by Bar El Pousset or Pousset. And then I have the Skylark Wars, or Swallow's Flight, which is actually the sequel to the Skylark's Wars. So I need to get the first book, apparently. This was a cover buy. Genesis Begins Again. I love the cover. It won 3 different awards, or finalist awards. So I'm really intrigued to give this one a go and try it. So yeah. Oh, I do have another Gail Carson Levine book. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, it is. Apparently, you're not with my other books. So, and I also have 2 books, which I need more, by Gordon Corman. So I own Restart and Level 13, which I love him. He's one of my favorite middle grade writers. And then Mary Poppins, I have books 1 through 4 in these absolutely stunning editions. Again, another marketplace seller on Facebook had these for like, I don't know, like maybe $12 or $15 for all 4. And they're hardcover, they're gorgeous, they're in fantastic condition. So I grabbed all of them and love them so much. Let's see, another book that I'm excited to read this year, The Length of a String. Forgive the shirt over there. I changed my shirt for the video. Ignore that, apparently. Okay. Okay, so down here, a couple more middle grade. The Vanderbeekers in the Hidden Garden. That one I haven't read yet. And then I have a couple favorites over here, but kind of hard to get out. Can't really get them out. But back there I have The Breakdown and the Therapist by B.A. Paris, which for the most part her books are pretty clean thrillers, other than her newest release, which actually had quite a bit of language in it from last year, but most of her books are pretty clean. And then this book, which is one of my favorites. I don't even think I can get it out today. Oh, I can, maybe? Maybe not. And that's The Girl with the Louding Voice by, oops, wow, the camera, okay. The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abidari. One of my absolute favorite books. I love this book so much. Like, yeah, I love that book so much. So It definitely has some stuff in it that, like, there's some language at the end of the book, not too much, but I do really like that book. Okay, so let's zoom over to the bookshelf. But yeah, so that's my bookshelf tour. A little chaotic, I'm sorry, but it's a little chaotic here, but we go with it. I'll fix it up. So yeah, you don't see this on camera, but like it's weird. Like it's kind of all connected, so like I couldn't go across in any other direction. So yeah. But so I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was a little chaotic, but it was fun. And I'm tired. So all right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.